Long time no see. Why are you avoiding me? We have a debt to settle.
Good evening, sir. You have an outstanding balance of 520 ringgit. To avoid disruption, please pay up immediately.
Hello, my friend. You owe me a lot of money. When are you going to pay up? Hey, you! You think you can get away with this? Car loan also must pay. You can run, but you cannot hide.
Welcome back to Money Talks, and I'm Carol Yip. We are still with Madam Quite now, and I would like to continue a conversation about the misconception of AKPK, because I get a lot of people asking me, Carol, coming to AKPK means, my reputation will be affected. They think that I have a behavioral problem, kind of like shopaholic, or am I a gambler, get into debt, and that's why I have to come to AKPK. So this is my chance now to ask Madam Quite. So is that true?
No, Carol.
Okay.
Our customers are from all walks of life. Sometimes they have encountered unexpected circumstances that cause them to spend more money that they do not have, such as falling sick. And at present, our statistics shows that 24% of our customers who defaulted in their loan repayment are due to high medical expenses. Another 24% is on poor financial planning. So that is why for those who have got poor financial planning, they should attend our financial education in programs. That is where we teach them to be more financially savvy. They understand better how to manage their personal finances.
I see.
Yes.
It's just like what you shared with us earlier on about this person trying to help the sister and the father, and then they get into credit card debts, right?
Yes.
But I thought, insurance company is supposed to do all this. We buy insurances, and thought that with a medical plan, we don't have this problem. So
I wish there's an insurance product that covers everything fully. Actually, it is not. You can have the insurance policy, but very often the medical treatment, the cost of medical treatment is so high that it exceeds. So that portion of it has to be borne by the consumer themselves.
Yeah, and I also know that sometimes, if let's say when you check into the hospital, you still need your credit card to swipe to pay the deposit.
Yes,
and
unfortunately.
Precisely.
I would encourage then people should go to government hospitals.
Yep.
Because actually I have an experience where it's actually my own sister. She went to the government hospital, but because she lived very far away, she requested for the hospital to send her medicine to her every month. So you will be surprised, the services offered by the government hospitals are just as good. We hear some complaints, but it's because the number of patients can be very high in government hospitals, so there is a little bit of waiting involved.
I mean, it's only fair, right? Because if you want a cheaper medical services, right, then you just have to be a bit more patient and wait for your turn. And of course, more importantly, I think all of us know we have to keep our health healthy, so that at least we don't get sick and then we don't go to the hospital.
It's too expensive to fall sick nowadays.
That's right.
And just now, Carol, you mentioned about people who thinks that if they come to AKPK, there is a negative connotation. For people who are reluctant or shy to come to AKPK, I'm proposing a new approach where they can apply our debt management program from home. So I'm working very hard on that because it can be applied online, and in terms of looking at their income statement, their expenses, and all their debt obligations, we can do the credit counseling on the phone.
Wow!
So this is something that we are working on.
This is really good. It's even like you can apply for this program in your comfort of your own home.
Yes. Wow. We are very consumer centric. That's what the consumers want.
So
we will give to the consumer.
How banks are like AKPK? Think of us, give us all the convenience, and yet teach us how to manage our money wisely. Yeah. Probably that would be your next project, Madam Quite.
Thank you.
Talk to the banker and help. Make sure that they give us services that we are so wise in managing our money.
AKPK can show them the way.
Yeah, that should be a good tagline. Okay, now let's moving forward. You see, there's always a thing that card. Whenever you have a card, they're so easy to use. So there's now another card. They call it the debit card.
Right.
So is there a difference between a debit card and a credit card? And I'm sure there is a huge difference. But in my opinion, I will say even a debit card, if you don't know how to use it wisely, you still end up don't have money for savings.
That's true.
So,
That's true. So to start off, it's better to have a separate account for your savings, and then the account that allows you to use your debit card, you can only use whatever is in your account. So the difference between a debit card and a credit card is that the debit card doesn't give you a credit line, unlike a credit card.
Okay.
So debit card, you must only spend whatever money that you have in that particular account. So because of that, you can be more careful about your spending, and hopefully you inculcate the discipline to save.
Yeah, it's because nowadays a lot of our salary goes into the bank, right? In the bank account, you know. So and that bank account itself, you have a debit card. So what I normally tell people who come and talk to me, I say, look, what you can do is say do an automatic deduction, say 30% of it straight to another saving account, just like EPF, right? You just deduct out of that account. So the balance of 70% is where you use using your debit card.
That's a very good advice, and it's actually paying yourself first.
Precisely.
Pay yourself 30% first. You deserve it. You work very hard, you earn the money, pay yourself first.
Exactly. And it's just a habit. You know, then they say saving habit very difficult. So no, never mind. Now use the automatic mechanism, you know, to do it for you.
That's one way. Definitely, this will work.
It will work, right?
Yes.
So well, and another thing is that I noticed nowadays when I read through the newspaper, banks are actually giving 2 credit cards, you know, for a lot of benefits. So what's your opinion?
Consumers must learn to resist temptations.
Right.
Banks wants to attract you with lots of attractive schemes, balance transfer, free gifts, loyalty points, so that you can redeem goods and services. But you decide for yourself, what is it that you want? Do you need all that? What is the alternative?
You mentioned the temptation thing, you know, it's human
It
nature.
is,
We
it
get
is.
very tempted, you know, by 2 cards in one, why not, you know, so easy, you know. So yeah, probably you're right, you know, we have to kind of control our own emotion, you know, our own psychology, you know. It's okay to have just 1 card.
Delayed gratification works. Don't have to buy it immediately. I suppose I have gone through that myself. You see from the shop window a nice bag and you tell yourself, I want that. Now, if I were to straight away take out my credit card and swipe, I would have purchased the bag. But take a walk first. The shopping center is so big. Walk around first. When I reach the end of the shopping center, I'm just too far to walk back for that bag. So that way, I didn't buy the bag. That's one way.
That's a good one.
Yes.
They call it the window shopping, is it?
Yes, window shopping.
So go and do more window shopping,
yes.
and then don't go back to the shop where you want to spend your money. Yeah,
If you give yourself some time, you find that actually it's not that great. You know, there's no need to have that bag after all.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, it makes sense. You know, give yourself time and maybe change your thinking a little bit. You know, say I'm okay without that bag. You know, I can survive without the bag. You know, I don't really need it. Isn't it?
One way is to challenge yourself. Never mind, next week I come back and take a look at that bag again. You know, but over time you say it's okay, right? I don't have to have the bag.
Okay, that's a good.
Try not to buy immediately. That's all.
So maybe, you know, for the week, maybe viewers would like to try it. Yes, delay gratification. Tell yourself, you know, if I go shopping, I don't take a walk, go window shopping, and don't go back to the shop. So moving forward, well, I'd like to say that a lot of time when we see AKPK, we see you as a education center in that sense.
Yes.
But other than that, is there any other things that you are doing in addition to this education series that you have?
We also work with our smart partners, and we have introduced our personal financial management module to 74 institutions of higher learning.
Wow.
It constitutes 1 credit hour, and we want to encourage students to take up that elective. It is very important. You're going to start work, earn money, and then before you do that, you learn how to manage.
Can you elaborate a little bit more? I mean, I think it's very interesting because, you know, I do give talks a lot to university students, and now you're telling me that there is actually an elective subject.
Yes.
So can you elaborate?
It's not compulsory,
It's not
but then my challenge is how to encourage students to choose that elective.
I see. So what do they get if, let's say, they were to go for this elective subject then?
I suppose they learn money management, then they can handle their finances better. That's what happens in the personal financial management module.
So those 75 universities,
74 institutions of higher learning. Yes.
Can you tell us what are the institutions that already kind of, you know, sign up and be part of this program?
All 74 of them. Some of them are polytechnics.
Polytechnics.
So that's why it's institutions of higher learning. It could be private universities, and it could be also public universities.
Public
Together we have
universities.
74 institutions of
74.
higher learning doing
Whole
that.
of Malaysia?
Throughout Malaysia. I think University Sabah is one of it. Yes.
Okay, I think that's an excellent first step. I always say, all students when they go into university, before they leave, there has to be this one subject about either money management and financial planning, because so far a lot of students actually apply for study loan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
So
I know there are a lot of
yes.
students.
On the one hand, that is good. The study loan allows them to pursue higher education, but to see that the young people now start life with a debt,
That's the thing. Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yes.
Yes.
So they start life with a study loan. Then when they come out, they get a credit card loan,
Right.
and then next they have a car loan.
So, Carol, in this respect, students must be encouraged to take only the loan amount that they need. Don't take more than that, because you still have to repay.
Yeah. Just very quickly, can you tell us? Say you start out with 3,000 a month. Yeah. What would you think? As a young executive. Alright.
Though the young executive who are from Kuala Lumpur can stay at home, and that helps a lot. But if you are from overseas, from outstation, you need to rent a house, yeah, and you need to pay for your food, transport. 3,000 ringgit can be very challenging, but there is always a way to do it. Be very, very mindful. Of course, you can treat yourself once in a while, but otherwise you need to watch your expenses.
Okay. Then how can the parents then come and play in this whole role of education then, in educating the young adults?
I have an experience where the moment a young person starts job and open an account, the bank gives a credit card to this young executive. When she went home, the father said, "You don't need the credit card, you just have to cut it into two." So I thought that's what parents can do.
Tell the
You
tell
don't
the
really
child,
need the
yeah.
credit card. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a good one. So there you go, parents. So one of your role is to tell your kid, don't have a credit card.
Yes. Yes.
So that's an excellent education for the day, I believe. And so with that, I think we can get to know more of AKPK from the website. And I've been to your website. It's very interactive. Actually.
Very interesting.
A lot
And
of
then
articles
we also
and-
have our call center.
Okay.
Members of the public can call us at 1-800 88 2575, and we have call agents who speak in Tamil, in Mandarin, in Malay, and in English.
Wow, that's very good. Is it a
Yes.
24 hours service?
Office hours.
Office hour means from what time to what time?
And about 9 to 6.
9 to 6, huh? So it's
yes.
only
Correct, 9
Monday
to 6,
Monday to
yes.
Friday?
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So I believe with this again, you get to know that AKPK is actually really giving us all the support that we need. Give us the access through website with the toll-free number, and soon we can even do sign in the debt management
program from
home.
home.
Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Well done. And it's free. Yeah, that's a good one.
Very good.
Yes.
People
So-
must know that our services are free for retail consumers,
For retail
individuals.
consumers, right,
individuals.
yeah.
We hope to approach the workers at workplace. So if we were to push that through the employers, we may want to charge the employers a little bit.
Right, because
Yes.
that is where because workers work day and night, you don't have a chance to come out, and get some education. So getting education at workplace is the best, isn't it?
Yes, and it's good for the employers, because if your workers are stressed financially, I don't think they can be very productive.
Yeah, which is true. Because
Yes.
I've read some research report. They actually it actually said that if your staff is having financial difficulties, when they come to work, right? First, they're not motivated, and half the time, they'll be thinking about their financial problem, and next they could be looking for another job for a higher pay.
Yes.
Now, can be a good worker, a good employee, but somehow because of the financial, need, so they have no choice but to resign and go to the next place. So in a way, the employer actually has quite a huge cost because you're losing a good staff.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have also worked with the HRDF,
Okay.
Human
Can you-
Resource Development
okay.
Fund, and our financial education workshop is claimable.
Claimable?
So that is why even if we impose some charges on the employers for providing financial education at their workplace, the employee is able to claim from this HRDF. Yes.
So what you're saying is that the HR training person can actually go to HRDF request for this program, and the AKPK will come, conduct the program, and then they can claim back from HRDF.
HRDF.
Wow,
Correct.
that's
yes.
again a very good,
Yes.
very good offer. Yes. So and yeah, I do totally agree that actually companies should look into not only providing the hard skill training like management training in terms of leadership skills and all, the soft skill training like managing your money, managing your credit card is just as important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to managing the company's finances, it will be translated from the good personal financial management will be translated into
precisely.
managing the company's finances well.
So it means like from top to bottom, if everybody knows how to manage their own money, right, they will know also how to manage the company's money.
The
Right?
same. Yes, exactly.
So
yes.
that's a very healthy, healthy culture.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you. And then we'll go for a break now, and then we'll be back. So thank you, and I'll see you again after the break.